did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in any Russian election interference activities. And we're back. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com. Trump's cleared. There are just no other way to put it. There's no other way to kind of spin it. 2 years, tens of millions of dollars. Everybody in the world, in the DNC and everybody snitching to him. Trump has been cleared. There again, there is no way to spin this. He's been fully cleared. People go, oh, well, there's a line in the report that says he wasn't exonerated. How do you disprove a negative, right? How do you disprove a negative? And they can't, prove that you're innocent of something that I falsely accused you of is what the media is expecting the standard to be. So the report's quite clear. And the fake news media, they're melting down. Unlike them, they are not. I'm an actual constitutional law scholar. They are not. And it's over. It's over. In a way, this is my most boring video of all time because this is the way the Mueller report ends. This is the way the Mueller report ends. This is the way the Mueller report ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Sort of boring, right? Anticlimactic. The people who haven't studied poetry, the pundits, they're so smart and literate, but they wouldn't even know that that was a line from T.S. Eliot. The pundits who are so smart, but have never even read T.S. Eliot, which is junior high poetry, when I grew up anyway, would call it anticlimactic and not know that the Mueller report ended not with a bang, but with the whimper. This is the way it ends. So I'm kind of bored, to be quite honest with you. There's going to be a lot of people trying to, what do you guys think of the shirt? This is an outdoor sporty shirt, but it doubles as a casual wear. I got this shirt, I can't remember years ago, but this is, I've worn this shirt to South Africa, hiking in Alaska. I've been hiking all over the world. Now, when do I shave? I shave every day, but I have a guard set on the electric razor because I've learned, I field tested all this stuff. I've learned that the world responds to me most favorably when I have a little bit of scruff. Clean shaven and the world doesn't love me as much. A full beard, the world doesn't love me as much, but a little bit of scruff, and that really is, so I have an adjustable guard in the electric razor, and then I trim it at that level. Yeah, the shirt is good. The shirt is going, good day. Politics is downstream from Cernovich, LA. Yeah, so the shirt is, here, I'll show you a little bit more of it. It's a good shirt. You can wear these anywhere. They have vent guards too, especially. If you hike a lot, as I have, I've hiked all over the world. I've hiked in South Africa. I've hiked in Alaska. I've been all over the world. That's why my perspective is much more cosmopolitan than all these pundits. And this shirt airs out well, breathable. I don't know who makes this shirt. I'm not sure the brand or wherever it came from, but it's a fantastic shirt. So it is kind of, so I'm just going to kind of read your comments a little bit. It is kind of, I haven't put on my facial serum yet today, by the way, though. I forgot to do that. I put on a hyaluronic acid. Here you can watch me in real time become moisturized, right? I put on a hyaluronic acid facial serum twice a day at least. Once in the morning after I've washed my face, and don't wash your face with soap. That's a myth. Soap dries your face. There are so many skincare myths out there, and one of them is that you need to wash your face every day. And that's definitely not true. You don't. And you don't want to over-exfoliate. You exfoliate about every 3 to 5 days maybe with a gentle face washing exfoliant. But unless you have unusually oily skin, there's no reason in the world to wash your face every day. So I'm putting on the hyaluronic acid serum here. It's really good stuff. Okay, what's argan oil is better. I've used coconut oil. I've used it all, people. So don't come in here acting like you know what's better, especially because I'm better looking than you, right? Let's just be real here. Unless you're better looking than me, I don't really want to hear your skincare tips. You should just learn from me. Just like when someone is smarter than I am, I learn from that person. There's an account on Twitter, Adam Townsend, and I forget the user handle or whatever. But when he tweets, you don't see me arguing with his tweets because when he writes about things, he just knows more than I do. And I read them. I don't always agree with them. I sometimes think, well, I think that maybe isn't the right point exactly, but on the subjects he writes about, he's smarter than I am. So I don't argue. Or if I do, I try to really get the whole gestalt of what he's saying first. But then people come here and then they want to argue with me, but they don't know anything, right? They don't know anything about skincare. They don't even know what hyaluronic acid is. You even know what hyaluronic acid is? And by the way, this contains hyaluronic acid, vitamins B, C, and E, green tea extract, avocado oil, aloe vera. That's quite a loaded serum, but primarily hyaluronic acid is what you should use. You want to use, because but if you live in a dry environment, you need to put a layer over the hyaluronic acid, right? So that's the trick. Is if you live in Arizona, you would put hyaluronic acid on, and then you would put a moisturizer over the hyaluronic acid serum. Most people don't know that because hyaluronic acid can actually dry out your skin in arid environments because it absorbs moisture from the environment, but there's no moisture in the environment to absorb. So if you live in an especially arid climate, then you need to put on a moisturizer over the hyaluronic acid. And there are a lot of good facial moisturizers. Neutrogena makes a good brand. That comes in like Kiehl's is very good. Kiehl's is kind of, for skincare for men, if you're just starting off, you can't go wrong with Kiehl's. It isn't the best per se, but for the price point, you can't go wrong with Kiehl's. They're better brands, and you can really get in the weeds of things. But if you're just a beginning skincare guy, just get a Kiehl's cream. You order 9 bottles of serum as gifts to the groomsmen. Smart man. Men need to take better care of themselves. Love you, Mike. Enjoyed reading Gorilla Mindset. Thank you. You wish Trump was president of the UK. I think the Brexit would have happened. A lot of people get mad when I talk about skincare. What do you want me to talk about, the Mueller report for 3 hours? There's not much to talk about. Trump has been exonerated. Maybe a lot of you aren't smart enough. You're watching me for the first time. So Trump was exonerated. The media lied. All that taxpayer money was wasted. Innocent people had their lives destroyed and went bankrupt. No Russia collusion. What, do we need to talk for 5 hours about that? That is the sign of a low IQ person. That they can't understand it. They're like, wow, you just laid it all out there in 30 seconds. You need to explain it to me for 3 hours. Well, that's only if you're not an intelligent person and you watch cable news. If you watch the Cernovich streams, we go fast. I just get the point. And then we digress off topic. We talk about, nitro cold brew, health and fitness. I have these bamboo glasses. How often do you see men wear bamboo glasses? Right? Not very often. You don't want to, that's the fashion stuff that people lost track of is you don't want to look like every other man. You don't want to blend in. You don't want to be a conformist. At least if you want, as I at one time in my life wanted, to enjoy the company of beautiful women. Beautiful women don't want to be around boring men. Is that news to you guys? Do you not know that beautiful women don't want to be around boring men? By the way, the facial serum I use is at gorillamind.com. 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 That's where we get the facial serum from. So let's go read some fashion articles. I started a bit of an internet fury. Here, I'm going to retweet this out to make sure people don't miss out on this segment. we're going to be discussing men's fashion. We'll be discussing men's fashion. We'll be discussing men's fashion and the Mueller report, which vindicated Trump here. So my men's fashion, my men's fashion posts, tweets, whatever you want to call them, really upset a lot of people. And I think that's because for whatever reason, here, let me find the article. I don't know where the article. I think that for whatever reason, people think that fashion is left-wing. I think that's the real problem here is people think that fashion is left-wing. And if you're whatever right-wing, whatever people call me, then you're not allowed to talk about it. So let's talk a little bit about an article from the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast describes me as a 41-year-old former lawyer and a YouTube personality. That's an interesting way to describe someone who has made John Conyers resign from Congress, broke the Susan Rice unmasking story. So that's an interesting way to describe someone who has broken some of the biggest stories in the history of journalism. Susan Rice unmasking story to this day was one of the biggest journalism stories of all time. And then, of course, John Conyers, a powerful member of Congress, resigned because of me. I want to have a film out, host a movie, book out, Guerrilla Mindset, sold over 100,000 copies, over 1,000 reviews on Amazon. So that's interesting. So here we are. The 41-year-old former lawyer and YouTube personality posted a sartorial manifesto on Tuesday in the form of a 25-tweet-long thread. I will start posting outfits for men to wear, Cernovich began. Those with any self-preservation skills would have clicked away from the tweet so fast they risked bruising a finger. The rest of us scrolled on to see photos from ghosts of Cerno's past. Yeah, so lately I usually don't dress that provocatively because I try not to be noticed. One of the issues that I face is because I'm so famous and prominent that I get recognized too much. So when you hang out with me, I tend to lay low, right? I just want to blend. I want to blend in. And unless, if I'm out with Shauna, and you know how women are, they want to go out, they want to see and be seen. Unless it's one of those kind of things, then I just blend in, right? I blend in. But in the past, it was a little different, a little provocative. I would post some looks of Cerno throughout the years, he wrote. Each served a purpose at a specific time. Cerno attached a picture of himself at what appeared to be a party, holding a drink and wearing aviators, a bland gray cardigan and dark wash jeans. That was not a bland gray cardigan. Come on. Get out of here. The chick magnet shoes he was referencing were a standard issue pair of black boots. They were cowboy boots, actually. They were cherry cowboy boots, but it didn't show in the picture. So I need to give this writer here some style advice. Those were not black shoes. Those were cherry leather cowboy boots. I always got stopped when wearing those. The newly minted critic went on to tweet with fashion must ask, what reaction do I want? This is true. So one of the interesting subtexts of articles about me are that they're mocking me even when I'm saying what I'm saying is true. Fashion is about provocation. Fashion, deliberate fashion, is asking yourself, what response do I want to invoke? Do I want to seem like a professional job interview? Do I want to seem a little edgy dating? Do I want to seem warm and welcoming? Fatherhood? Or if you're like me and people try to make you afraid of me, then I want to look I want people to not be afraid of me. If I wore edgier clothing, and then people might be afraid of me. So I want people to not be afraid of me. People in the news, they want to look credible, so they dress a certain way. That's fundamentally what you ask in fashion is. It's a deliberate. This is the problem with most people in life is they don't live life deliberately. Cerno lives life deliberately. What do I want? How will I make it happen? Are my vision and habits aligned? That is also the fashion mindset. What reaction do I want? And it's okay to admit that you want people to find you attractive. That, to me, is what amuses me by all these people who come in and call me vain. Well, it's awfully vain of you to insult me. What vanity makes you qualified, right, to criticize me? The idea that you can tell me how I should live is vanity. You're vain. You're so vain. You probably think the stream is about you. So the biggest fashion mistake men make is being afraid of colors. They blend in rather than stand out. Correct. This is all true. The modern day Carrie Bradshaw, the person who wrote this article, she's like 24. Do people still watch Sex and the City? Is that a thing? I thought Carrie Bradshaw was more my generation. Most men are invisible, dressing like they're in Maoist China. The solution, always wear patterns, colors. The provocateur seems to fancy himself a poor man's Roger Stone. Stone dresses in suits from Savile Row. Cernovich looks like he's headed to an Olive Garden birthday party. Well, it's funny because the suit that was referenced in my article is from Savile Row. So were the Johnstone and Murphy shoes. So I literally got my suit custom made on Savile Road. She didn't even know that, see, because I have more fashion than women who write about fashion. The Johnstone and Murphy shoes, also on Savile Road. Although I think you can get those in Texas. There are other places. So why did I do it? It was fun, people. People just don't have enough fun in this life. That's the problem. I'm just so bored with everything. So bored with the people who the only way they can get views is to talk, to spend 3 hours talking about the Mueller report which vindicates Trump. There's nothing there, Just kind of, I don't know, kind of boring to me that people only talk about one subject. Why are you only supposed to talk about one subject? Why is it that because I'm the greatest journalist living today, what I choose to be, why can I not talk about skincare, health and fitness, gym, women, other subjects, lifestyle? Why can't I? I think that's the problem. People are just too boring. And that's why I keep growing, which one of the other narcissism that people who read me have, because they have the narcissism, is telling me that I'm doing social media wrong. It's like, well, wait a minute. I keep growing. I've been attacked mercilessly for years, lied about, smeared, and yet my profile continues to rise. In what world is anyone qualified to tell me how to use social media? No one is qualified to tell me how to do social media, let alone the people who nip at my heels, wearing their dorky dad jeans and their mom jeans. They should be dressing better. Yeah, I enjoy talking about wine, good food, how to reverse sear a steak. I don't understand people who live a conformist life. Conformist life. I live a very non-conformist in all areas of my life. But I don't talk about that because people would not be able to believe or comprehend my actual life. If I told people how I really lived, they would just not believe it. I do not wear watches. Yeah, watches, not for me. Although tag watches are a good starter watch for kind of like younger men. Yeah, tag watches are good for younger men. Yeah, it not only has my profile risen, but I've deliberately alienated people throughout the years. Right? I've told people to unfollow me. I've posted tweets where 15,000 people unfollow me in 24 hours. If I were a Trump butt kisser, I would have over 1 million Twitter followers. That's what cracks me up. Right? That's what cracks me up. If I were the Trump butt kisser, I would be 1 million followers. So even people who all they do is suck up to Trump can't grow, right, at the rate that I can. Because people like a little bit of edge. People like a little dimension. People don't like to be bored. Yeah, Morgan says, I've helped so many young men. My contribution to the culture cannot be measured. This is true. I've transformed the culture in ways that most people will never comprehend, in ways that most people will never see. It's mostly invisible. That's how cultural transformation is slow, right? The frog boiling kind of thing, but it works both ways. Is the negative aspects of culture are invisible until it's too late, but the positive aspects of culture from Cernovich is also invisible, impossible really to see until you see it. So I'm reading all the tweets, and yeah, it's kind of like the Super Bowl happened and your team won. You're dunking on the other side. So everybody right now is dunking on CNN. People that hate watching CNN. Because the Mueller report, again, anybody telling you the Mueller report was excited, right? Anybody who's telling you Mueller report, no, everybody's just dunking on CNN, laughing at CNN, enjoying themselves, that kind of thing. Because it's over. Trump won the Super Bowl. The Patriots, Tiger Woods, and Trump all won, right? The Patriots, Tiger Woods, and Trump all won their big events. There you go. Which is true. All right, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. I hope you take better care of your skin, your mind. GorillaMind.com. GM10 for 10% off. Coupon GM10 for 10% off if you're listening to this right now. Go to GorillaMind.com, GM10 at checkout. Take care of your skin, friends. I want you to look good. I want you to look your best. I want you to feel your best. And I think that's what people fundamentally know. Is what I want is you to be your best. Thanks for listening. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com, Cernovich.com. We have a lot of stuff there. Go there. Check it out. Read the articles. Cernovich.com.